Next year you have 10 grand a month coming in. And then you score $1 million double-sided expired and you make 20 grand, now you buy two, and now you have 15 grand coming in, right? Every month while you're sleeping. That's the goal, right? And if it's the income isn't 20 grand a month, it's 10 a month, so it's half as easy to get. But figure out that's the goal, and that's what I want for you guys, is to figure out what are we going to do with the money. And I want for you, work being a complete option. Have enough income coming in that everything is just to get to another level of lifestyle, right? So that's the point. So if we don't have the why, there's one for you. All right, well, on the last morning drive, we were talking about one of our beach agents and really discovering what the why is and how to find that passion and that juice to kind of push through. And for her, it was lifestyle and family. But that's important, and we all have lifestyles and family. But one thing came great, abundantly clear for me. We're just flying back from a really great leadership top broker session with Century 21 at the 2100 Club retreat, which is phenomenal. And in the airplane on the way back, you hear the safety message. And the safety message says, in the event of a loss of cabin pressure, the oxygen mask is going to fall from the ceiling. And when it does, and you're traveling with small children in your family, put yours on first. And it always makes me chuckle to think about that, because your natural instinct says, oh my God, take care of the kid, right? So, but the point is, take care of yourself, so you're there to take care of your kids, right? So what we're going to talk about today is the next why. And the next why, I think, for all of us, is to make sure that you get to a point where you are doing this as a sport and not as a need, and you've got enough cash flow coming in that's paying for yourself, paying for your lifestyle. And I just had some eggnog on me in the other lane, so that was why I was distracted.
So if we get pulled over by a state trooper.
Yeah, I tried to get over, so it was not my fault. And I have actually zoom in on that little bag right there in the gray car. It's his fault. There he is.
He's trying to hide.
So what's the ultimate goal that the agents, everybody, all of us, really need, is to get to that point where you can just breathe, and this is totally a sport and it's fun. And it's not the need for cash or cash flow. The ultimate goal is to have cash, right? Flowing to support your lifestyle, even if you're sleeping. You guys agree with that? Is that a good goal? So figure out what is your lifestyle and what does it cost? And if your lifestyle costs 20 grand a month, it's a big ass lifestyle, isn't it? But you have to realize that I need something to spit off 20 grand a month for me. So maybe it's a duplex that spins off 2,500, right? I'm getting there. Maybe it's another little rental property that spits off 1,200, right? Getting there closer. And then every year you buy an extra one or two, and then now you have 6 grand a month coming in. And then the next year you have 8 grand a month coming in. And then next year you have 10 grand a month coming in. And then you score $1 million double-sided expired, and you make 20 grand, now you buy two, and now you have 15 grand coming in, right? Every month while you're sleeping. That's the goal, right? And if it's the income isn't 20 grand a month, it's 10 a month, so it's half as easy to get, right? But figure out that's the goal, and that's what I want for you guys, is to figure out what are we going to do with the money. And I want for you, work being a complete option, right? Have enough income coming in that everything is just to get to another level of lifestyle. Right? So that's the point. So if we don't have the why, there's one for you. And figure out what kind of lifestyle you want to be living and what does that cost, and how do we bring that income in? So one of the biggest things I'm working with a bunch of the agents with right now is putting on the business hat. And the business hat is what's going to fund your lifestyle when you don't. So one day you don't have to. And let's say you're living a $10,000 a month lifestyle, right? So what is the ultimate goal? How are you going to have $10,000 flowing in to support your lifestyle if you never take another listing or sale, right? That's the ultimate business-minded goal, right? They put your business hat on and go for it. So how do you do that? You need to have something happening to pay you when you're not working. So stop trading your hours for dollars, make your dollars make the dollars. So let's talk about that. So what if you were to say, I'm gonna buy a duplex, and the duplex spins off $2,500 a month? Great, though you're 25% of the way there. So if you were able to save up enough money to buy that duplex, say the duplex is 250 grand, right? You're gonna need $50,000 cash as a down payment for that. what are you going to do to get the 50 grand? So there's your why to go get the business right now, to stockpile and put aside an additional 50 grand this quarter or this year, or however speed you're doing your business, or this month, and get it. And then once you stock that away, go buy one. Now you got $2,500 additional dollars coming in a month. And then in the next quarter or next year, buy another one. Now you're at 5 grand free cash flow. Then get another one. And then now you're at 7,500 cash flow. Now you might have some appreciation, roll them into a 10-unit little mini apartment building, and now you've got 12 grand coming in a month. And now you're there, right? So I think sometimes we need the reminder of what's next after your oxygen mask is on your face and you can breathe, right? What is the actual strategy? But if you knew that was flowing nonstop, like a trust fund, that would take pressure off of you, would it not? And then now you do something to make it be 6. And then what do you do with the extra 2? You go on a trip, right? Or you buy another investment and now you have 8 grand a month coming in. Now you're having some fun, right? So then it's 10 grand. And then you roll into something and you sell one of the houses and that gives you 100 grand in equity, and you roll that into a little 4-unit apartment building, right? And then that's spinning off 8 grand a month and then 10 grand a month. And now you're like, hey, I've got cash flow, right? And I'm happy with that pressure taking off of me, so now I can tweak my life. Does that make sense? But that's what we need to go back to this and say, what am I gonna do now to bring in 20 grand this quarter? So when you're looking for that why, maybe this is a good strategy, and figure out what is the down payment bucket to buy the something that's going to spin off cash flow to support you while you sleep, right? And that could be a cash flow investment beach condo, could be a place in the mountains, could be a place in the island, could be a boat that you charter, could be a floating house, could be a condo, could be a house, could be a duplex, could be a triplex. It doesn't matter what it is, but get something that you know and you understand and you can actually enjoy and appreciate, and rock it and go buy one. So here's a perfect example for you. I know my market very well, and there was a property that came up that I was very excited about and I wanted to buy it. So I went and made some money, and I saved the money, and I waited for something to come up I wanted to go buy, and it came up and I bought it. So this particular example put about about $100,000 down on a piece of property that is a commercial property with 3 rental units in it, and it's spitting off about 4 grand a month free cash flow on that one. That's good, right? And I can see it, I can drive to it, I can watch it, I can do it. I've got somebody else managing it, so I know it's handled, and that's just how you do it. So now if you want to do one of those, so next year, so save an extra 25 grand a quarter, right? And an extra 25 grand a quarter is you get say it's only $5,000 a sale, and you got to do 5 deals in a quarter. You got 13 weeks, right? So 5 deals over the course of a quarter is absolutely not hard to do when you're motivated and you say, damn it, I'm gonna go buy something cool, right? That's the plan. So figure out, there's your why, and you need a bucket of cash to deploy when the right opportunity comes around. And without that, you're gonna be kicking yourself in the ass wishing that I had it, right? And all you had to do was do what you know what to do and just go get it. So that's a practical example of how do you scale to do that, and sit around with that bucket so you can pull from it and just attack things. So you know how to get the money amassed, you know what to do. It's the low-hanging fruit, it's a sphere, FISBOs expired. So whatever lane and niche you're focusing on, that's what you need to do. And if you don't have enough money, go make it. And then buy another one. And then buy another one. If you don't have enough money for that one, make enough money and then go buy that one. And before you know it, you've got the cash flow rolling in, so you don't have to worry about anything. So that's the strategy, and it's not as touchy-feely as the family-wise and all those beautiful kitchens and all that stuff. Let's be realistic as the why, and let's go get some things of cash flow to give you a business that runs while you're sleeping. So yeah, hopefully that helps, and let me know if we can help in any other way. And let's get a strategy and a business plan together to help you inch away and just chip off those chunks of cash so you have it to put down on these investments. So that's my thought for you this morning, rolling into the office. Talk to you guys soon.